from the Massachusetts Broadcasters Station of the Year, this is Western Mass News at 6 p.m.
Coming up, as one coronavirus vaccine inches ever closer to approval, we're taking a look at the impact it'll have in the fight against COVID-19 right here in Western Mass.
And while tomorrow is looking very pleasant, we do have some showers arriving for the upcoming weekends. We'll take a look at the latest in my first warning forecast.
And how neighbors are rallying around a Southwick family in need after they lost everything in a house fire.
We begin tonight with new developments in the state's COVID-19 vaccine plan. Pfizer's COVID-19 vaccine has just received the endorsement of the FDA's advisory panel, and the FDA is expected to follow that recommendation in just a matter of days. Thank you for joining us, everyone, for Western Mass News at 6. I'm Chris Pisano.
And I'm Jordyn Jagolinzer. We do have team coverage for you tonight. Western Mass News reporter Jordan McCool takes a look at how phase 1 of vaccinations will help with the fight against COVID-19 here in Western Mass.
But first, Western Mass News reporter Audrey Russo is getting us answers on phase 1 that has many people upset. Audrey?
The American Medical Association has called for prisons to rank high on the priority list of those who are going to get the COVID-19 vaccine. Now, I spoke with one local sheriff who says this decision, while maybe unpopular, was made with logistical reasoning and medical reasoning.
The state of Massachusetts revealing this week that prisons would be in phase 1 of the vaccine rollout, albeit prioritized behind healthcare workers and emergency personnel. Still, they're ahead of certain groups like grocery workers and certain high-risk seniors. Hampden County Sheriff Nick Kochi says the reason for this:
it's congregate living. It can spread quickly.
The Hampden County Correctional Center in Ludlow is now down to 18 active cases among inmates after an outbreak of 82 cases weeks ago. Kochi says many of the inmates were asymptomatic, meaning the virus could spread undetected. Plus, prison populations are ever changing.
We got people coming in here every single day. People are getting arrested and coming to jail.
And Kochi says the workers in the jail will get vaccinated as well. Kochi says following the outbreak in Ludlow, 40 staff members remain out sick, something he doesn't want to see happen again.
My obligation and responsibility is to protect the people in our custody, the inmates, keep them healthy and safe. Well, my other responsibility is to protect my staff.
Inmates are under the care, custody, and control of the Department of Corrections, which means is that they can't care for themselves.
No one agrees more than Donnell Wright, who was formerly incarcerated. He was released in 2011 and explains how the conditions inside any jail make it difficult to stop the spread.
Social distancing is just not feasible. It's not possible. Sometimes you're in a cell with 2 or 3 other inmates.
And he says he hopes the decision to vaccinate prisons early will help protect everyone involved in the corrections process and their loved ones.
The correctional officers, they have families at home too. And when they go to work, they're in prison. They're locked up just like the inmates are. If you're understaffed, how are you going to run the prison effectively and efficiently? Who's watching the inmates if everybody is out sick?
According to state officials, phase 1 of Massachusetts' vaccine rollout plan is set to go from December to February of 2021. Reporting live, I'm Audrey Russo for Western Mass News.
Audrey, thank you for that live report. The Pfizer-BioNTech vaccine has moved a step closer to approval today, receiving the endorsement of the U.S. government advisory panel.
Western Mass News reporter Jordan McCool spoke with the CEO of Bay State Health to see how soon Western Mass could see positive results in stopping the spread of the virus.
I think we're going to see case rates come falling down very, very quickly.
In the coming weeks, millions of Americans could get a COVID-19 vaccine. President and CEO of Bay State Health, Dr. Mark Kerouac, says we'll start to feel the impacts in the beginning of 2021.
That impact will start to be felt in February and March. And you may still see clusters related to young, healthy people gathering at a party, let's say. But that poses much less of a risk than having a virus get loose in a nursing home.
Dr. Kerouac tells Western Mass News the process could move even faster if more vaccines get approved in the coming weeks.
The Massachusetts-based Moderna vaccine is also seeking emergency use authorization. Dr. Kerouac says once enough people are vaccinated, it'll be difficult for the virus to spread. But when will the impact be enough for the public health officials to do away with all the restrictions?
That's probably late spring.
That's when health officials are predicting the general public will have the opportunity to get a COVID shot. But Dr. Kerouac says just because someone gets a vaccine doesn't mean they are completely out of the woods, as the vaccine is about 95% effective.
That's not 100%. So there's a little bit of a chance that you might get infected.
So people that are vaccinated will likely still need to wear a mask until the case rate falls. Dr. Kerouac says side effects that stem from the vaccine actually may indicate the vaccine is working.
That's actually a sign that the vaccine is ramping up the immune system. It doesn't mean you've got an infection. It doesn't mean you've got COVID or anything else. It means that the immune system is getting kind of riled up.
For Western Mass News, I'm Jordyn McCool.
Taking a look now at the latest coronavirus numbers in the state over the past 2 weeks, the Massachusetts Department of Public Health is reporting 5,130 new cases today. That brings the total number of confirmed cases in the Bay State to 264,454. 63,362 of those are currently estimated to be active cases. The state also seeing 41 more deaths. Sadly, the statewide death toll now stands at 10,963.
And for more coverage on the coronavirus emergency as it develops, log on to our free Western Mass News streaming app.
We saw another beautiful sunrise out there this morning. This was taken by Suzanne close to the Quabbin Reservoir. Still some snow on the ground farther off to the north, but just a gorgeous sky out there again for this morning. So thank you guys so much for sending in all those photos. We love them. This afternoon, the Hilltown stayed cold, but the valley warmed up into the middle 40s. Tonight, though, everybody is seeing those temperatures drop a little quicker, especially now that wind has become light to calm in the lower valley. So we're down to 35 here in Springfield, and we're losing that wind chill, which is nice because I always think that's worse. Still in the mid-30s for the Berkshires right now, but down to 30 degrees in Cummington and Orange, so it is getting cold in spots, already down below freezing. Wind is calm now in many locations, still a little bit of a breeze in North Adams, and skies continue to clear out. There's still some lingering clouds through Berkshire County right now, but the valley is seeing fair conditions, and we should keep that through much of the night. So looking at your forecast for the evening, maybe taking a neighborhood stroll to check out the Christmas lights. We quickly drop back down into the 20s. Breezes stay light. Skies remain mostly clear, so just bundle up. And then early tomorrow morning, we're going to start off the day with mostly sunny skies. Wind will be light, but it's going to be a very cold morning with temperatures climbing back out of the lower 20s. Then in the afternoon, we return to near 50. We are tracking some wet weather for the upcoming weekend. We'll talk more about that in just a few minutes. Back to you.
Janna, thank you. A Southwick family of 4 is in need of everything after losing all their possessions and their house in a fire Wednesday morning.
The mother and father just had a baby boy 4 days ago, and they also have a toddler daughter. And there is a way that you can help. Western Mass News reporter Leon Purvis explains from Southwick.
For a little city like this, it just melts my heart.
Daniel Kozlov is reacting to the community support his family is getting after losing everything Wednesday morning in a house fire. Southwick Police Department Detective Sergeant Thomas Krutta says a friend of his wanted to make a donation to Daniel and his family. He then shared the idea on Facebook. More people wanted to help, so he got a trailer so anyone can donate.
Being on scene, talking with them as it was happening, seeing them in the yard, shoes on, they lost everything. Absolutely everything.
Krutta says the main priority is getting things for the newborn baby boy, as he was just born on Sunday. They also need items for Daniel's toddler daughter, who has no toys or clothes. She is a size 3T.
That's priority. We wanted to get everything for the baby right away. And then, they have a 3-year-old toddler. We got some clothes coming for her as well.
Now, you'll be able to donate items in this trailer 24/7 up until Sunday. Now, their goal is to stuff the trailer, take out the items, and stuff it again.
This has been a horrible year to begin with, and now after bringing a new baby home, having a little 3-year-old at home, and just having to start all over from scratch, you have to do something to help them.
While our news cameras were at the Southwick Police Department, a man drove from West Springfield to make some donations.
I've been on the street. I know what it's like. So it stays with me forever. So that's why I want to help.
Daniel Kozlov and his family are looking for a new place to rent so they can celebrate Christmas at their own home.
I'm looking for a rental place where I can put my family, hopefully before Christmas. We're currently staying at the parents' house.
In Southwick, Leon Purvis, Western Mass News.
Now at 6, the time of giving and in some cases taking is upon us. Caught on camera, a porch pirate right there in the act, appearing to steal packages from a house on Buena Vista Plaza in Springfield Tuesday afternoon. Dylan Maston tells Western Mass News the packages the suspect took were Christmas gifts for his niece. So he posted the video to his Facebook page to see if anyone knew the person.
It was about 3 o'clock and like within 6 hours, somebody was like, hey, sending me messages like, hey, I know her. And it's like, you know her? Like, tell her to bring our stuff back.
Matson says his family filed a police report with the Springfield Police Department about this porch pirate. They don't know if they'll take any further action.